Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all will be fine. So today in this video we will know about what happened next in this story after sending the check to the shoemaker. So look into your book. A week later, passing the little street, I thought I would go in and tell him how splendidly the new boots fitted. But when I came to where his shop had been, his name was gone. I went in very much disturbed. In the shop there was a young man with an English face. "Mr. Jessler in?" I said. "No, sir." He said, "No, but we can attend to anything with pleasure. We have taken the shop over." Yes, I said, "But Mr. Jessler." "Oh," he answered, "dead." "Dead?" "But I only received these boots from him last Wednesday week." So what happened? After a week, the author was passing through the same street where the shop was located, and the author was so impressed with the shoes he ordered last time. So he thought that let's go inside and thank Mr. Jessler for the shoes that he made. The fitting and the quality of leather was so good, but the author was very surprised to see that there was an Englishman in the shop of Mr. Jessler, and also the nameplate of Jessler brother was nowhere on that shop. So he asked that Englishman, "Where is Mr. Jessler?" That Englishman answered, "Mr. Jessler is not here. I have taken over this shop." So the author said, "Okay, but tell me, where is Mr. Jessler? What happened to him?" He said he had died. So the author was very surprised and said, "How is it happened? I received boots made by himself just last Wednesday week." Now come to the next paragraph. He said, "Poor old man starved himself. Slow starvation, the doctor called it. You see, he went to work in such a way, would keep the shop on, wouldn't have a soul touch his boot except himself. When he got an order, it took him such a time. People won't wait. He lost everybody, and there he'd sit, going on and on. I'll say that for him. Not a man in London made a better boot. But look at the competition. He never advertised. Would have the best leather too, and do it all himself. Well, there it is. What could you expect with these ideas but starvation?" So in this paragraph, the Englishman tells the reason of Mr. Jessler's death. So he mentioned that the reason of his death was slow starvation, according to the doctor. Then they further talk about the way he made boots. He said, whenever he got any order, he himself made them and never allow anyone to touch those shoes. Because of this, it takes a long time to make those shoes ready, and the people can't wait for long. That's why his customers got less. And also I know that he made the best quality of shoes in London, but he never advertised and never tried to show like other shopkeepers were doing. So with this way of working and business, you could get nothing but starvation. Now come to the last paragraph. That may be a bit flowery, as the saying is, but I know myself. He was sitting over his boot day and night to the very last, you see. I used to watch him. Never gave himself time to eat. Never had a penny in the house. All went in rent and leather. How he lived so long, I don't know. He regularly let his fire go out. He was a character, but he made good boots. Yes, I said he made good boots. In this paragraph, both the author and the Englishman discussed about the hardship he was facing. The money he was earning was too less that he just could cover his rent and the price of leather. And they also talked about how dedicated Mr. Gisler was. Like, once he sits down to make boots, he even forgets to eat and drink, and just continuously keeps on making his boots. Like, he was so dedicated. So both of them, the author and the Englishman, discussed this view. Then the author also mentioned that yes, he was in fact very good shoemaker and a good artist. The author always says that shoemaker was an artist because it was the art that he was doing, as he was able to make such good shoes with so much perfection. And the author was sad to know about the shoemaker and the way he died. And both of them ended by talking that how good the shoemaker was and their shoes too. Here this chapter comes to an end. I hope you have understood it very well. Thank you very much.